I don't know if you saw it last night, and if you didn't, you missed out on an absolutely magnificent evening here in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana. The Pacers are currently up 2-1 in the NBA Finals over the number 1 overall seed, Oklahoma City Thunder, who are a great ball club.
Mm-hmm.
SGA, what a talent.
Yeah.
Chet, Harvenstein, they're massive animals who are great at basketball. Love everything they're doing over there. Coach Daggs, super genius.
Yeah, he is.
Oklahoma City only lost 14 games all regular season. Holy hell. Oklahoma City hasn't lost back-to-back games since 2024. Something to think about as we look ahead to tomorrow night's Game 4 of the NBA Finals. But with that being said, who's the hottest team in the NBA since February? Who's the team that's been shown no respect? Who's the team that has been talked about being dog-walked in every single series of this playoff run? The Indiana Pacers put on a show last night in Gainbridge Fieldhouse in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana. And it wasn't just the superstars. And that's what makes this Indiana Pacer team so damn great. All season long, since post-All-Star break, since they've got onto this run, it hasn't just been one player, hasn't been two players, hasn't been three players. It's been 6 to 7 different players showing up on different nights and doing their thing. Pascal Siakam was aggressive early. He said, I'm going to put this team on my back. I'm going to do my thing. Tyrese Halliburton started scoring. Obi Toppin was electrifying. And then whenever you think about Obi Toppin, you have to immediately think about the bench. The bench, how'd it do? TJ McConnell goes absolutely absurd. The young Yinzer just starts stealing inbound passes as if this was high school basketball and he was a varsity player taking on a junior varsity team. This is the NBA Finals. TJ McConnell was in their heads the entire night. And then let's talk about Ben Mathurin. Absolute beast, this guy. Has the ability, has the skill, has the dog mentality to take over any games. For us, he happens to come off the bench, which we're incredibly lucky for. He fits in perfectly, and whenever he gets rolling, everybody on the team understands, hey, Mathurin's hot right now. Let's go ahead and feed him. They're an unselfish team. They're a group of dogs, and Coach Carlisle has them running people out of the gym. Don't look now. Don't look now. Last year, during the playoff run, Pacers playing all hurt teams, remember? Mm-hmm. Everybody gets hurt. Well, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Then this year, they wouldn't. Do you think there's a chance that the Pacers are in better shape than you? And the reason why your team potentially gets hurt is because the Pacers are going to run you out of the gym. Oklahoma City has a lot of depth. Oklahoma City, obviously, in incredible shape. Oklahoma City also not going for a lot of offensive rebounds. Watching live, you see a guy shoot, and they're just banking on that falling as 3 guys fall back so that they don't get caught in transition, which is what the Pacers have been doing to every other team. But if you look late in that fourth quarter, I think there was even a shot of SGA with his hands on his knees. The pace that the Pacers set is tiring. It is exhausting. I don't know how many bodies can keep up with it. To be honest, I don't know how the hell the Pacers are able to do what they do if you watch their games. They are running. It is gassers for 4 quarters for NBA basketball, and they've done it all season long, and I think there's a chance Oklahoma City's getting a little winded. I think there's a chance. We've seen it with the Knicks. We've seen it with the Cavs. We've seen it with the Bucks. You go last year to the playoff series, everybody but the Celtics. Yeah. And in that Celtics Eastern Conference Finals series, the Pacers were up 3 out of those 4 of those games. I think the Pacers thought they should have probably won 2 to 3 of those games. Instead, they get swept 4-0. Take that lesson into the offseason. Coach Carlisle told us that his main conversation with the boys this offseason was like, hey, we need to be in better shape than everybody. And they are. They're a fun team to watch. They're a scrappy team. And these finals games have been electrifying. And it's a battle. Obviously, the 2 best teams in the NBA. And I liked Adam Silver chit-chatting about how our finals games, everybody's comparing the numbers to what they used to be when more people were watching linear television. Everybody's talking about how the numbers are down. Well, back in the day, they wouldn't even be the number 1 thing on television that night. Now, NBA Finals games are clearly the number 1 thing on television. They're outrating everything else other than sports that are taking place. We're in a transition era of linear and digital and social and everything else that's taking place. It's like the world is interested in this particular series because of how great the basketball is. Even though the numbers linear-wise aren't as big, I guess, as it used to be, Adam Silver's like, we're in a great spot for where the current world is of entertainment. And if you watch this team, you can't help but be entertained. Tyrese Halliburton, back, aggressive, love it. Pascal Siakam, he's got a wingspan of maybe 8 feet.
Yeah.
He tried to take off from the foul line on like 2 dudes last night. Miles Turner also tried to do that. Now, granted, it did not work out as well for Miles, but on defensive end, Miles Turner becomes the all-time leader in blocks in the history of the Pacers. It's like this team is fun. The Pacers team is ready to win, and a lot of people thought OKC was going to maybe get a gentleman's sweep after giving up game number 1. It feels like now there's a little bit of a tide turning that maybe this Pacers team is for real. All they got to do is make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, make it to the finals this year, have a lead in the finals this year, and people go, maybe.
Hold on.
Maybe they're not bad at basketball. Think about all the storylines around the NBA all year. All the superstars that have been talked about around the NBA all year. Not one of them was an Indiana Pacer.
No.
Not one of them was about any of our superstars, which we have many. And not one of them was about a team that's up in the NBA Finals right now, 2-1. Our city is abuzz. Last night was electrifying. I couldn't even sleep after the game last night. I was up till like 3 a.m. just thinking about how electric Gainbridge was and then how awesome our city is going to be today, going into the weekend. And then let's not even start thinking about it.
Yeah, don't start thinking about it.
Don't start thinking
There's
about
no
it.
point.
Don't do it. I did last night as well. Don't start thinking about it, though.
Let's go to the Talks Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Con man, obviously the Celtics have the most titles in the NBA's history.
Yeah.
You've obviously experienced a parade or two because of the Celtics, and also because of the Patriots and the Red Sox. I get it. Okay?
But Bruins.
But here in the Bruins, certainly, it seems like those are long gone. Long gone. Yeah, Marshawn's still doing it for you guys, though. Yeah, so don't worry about it.
First.
But whenever you think about, like, parades, the Indiana Pacers have never won. Never. This is a state of basketball, a city of basketball, a city that loves this Pacers team. This Pacers team represents the city of Indianapolis, have never won. Now we're 2 wins away from it. It's hard not to get electrified. It's hard not to get excited about it. I think that's where Indianapolis is right now.
Yeah, and it's impossible to put into words, like the parades that I have been able to experience with New England sports teams, what it really means for some of these people. Like just the 25 years since the Pacers have been to the finals. Think about, some kids have just never, who are 25, 24 years old. This is the first time they're experiencing it. Think about the dudes who are 50, 55. I mean, there's a tweet during the Knicks series of, Ron from Fishers, Indiana, sitting next to Timothy Chalamet, clapping for
awesome.
the team. That guy probably lives and dies with the Pacers.
His kids got him tickets or something.
Bingo, yeah.
And they just so happen to be right next to Timothy Chalamet, and he's in every single photo.
Yeah.
It's like, that's our dad sitting next to Timothy Chalamet,
Yes.
lifelong Pacers fan. We got him tickets as a gift because of how much he loves it. Just so happened to be right next to the next biggest movie star on earth at this game. It's like the city is loving.
Yeah, the city, the states. I mean, the crowd last night. I was joking around during the program yesterday, saying these Pacers fans are pretty quiet. The crowd last night was unbelievable. After you cut your promo, they went on a 16-7 run. But immediately after your promo as well, they played "Welcome to the Jungle," and that just kind of
whole place sang.
Whole place
Perfect
was
timing.
going nuts, and that was perfect. I actually went to the bathroom after that little run they went on, and you could hear the crowd from the bathroom. That's how impressive it was. Very proud of all those people. But when it comes to the parades, I really can't even. And Ty said it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. And I agree.
Pacers aren't thinking about it.
Yeah, I know they.
I'm
Coach,
thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, Ty, a lot of people are saying you had maybe 9 to 10 Jack and Cokes last night because I saw you reenact.
Yeah.
I posted you reenacting Matherins.
Yeah, huge and one. Big. That was a momentum.
This was early in the game.
It was.
We knew Matherin was about to have a night.
We did.
I don't think a lot of people know Benedict Matherin. I don't think a lot of people know his style. I watched him against the Knicks subbing for Tyrese, and they took over the game.
It hurt last year.
Yeah, it's like we have a lot of guys on the bench that understand their role. I think they appreciate their role. And whenever they get in, they get their opportunity, they take over. The bench won the game last night, by far. Now, Tyrese 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hee-hee
Big time.
to everybody,
Yeah.
I think, from Tyrese Halliburton. And that dunk, whenever he stands over the ball, I thought there's a lot of people calling for like a delay of game because the Oklahoma City Thunder were nowhere.
Yeah, they're way back.
They were nowhere near the entirety. It was like that place, the roof blew off a few different times. Thank you to the Pacers for allowing me to have a microphone. Once again, expensive suite.
Sure.
Did not
Quasi
expect.
sweet.
Was it a suite? Yeah.
They created a suite for us to be in. That's very kind of them.
It was sweet.
Put up drapes, charge us suite prices for sure. Had a great night with the entire team, obviously. And then they go, hey, will you do the thing? And I'm like, sure. What an honor. NBA Finals. So you have to think what you're going to think about. There was a small OKC contingency over to our left. And they were rather loud.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, like, they are a passionate bunch over there. And you watch on TV in Oklahoma City, their fans are a part of the game. Coach Carlisle's come out and been like, hey, this fan base is part of the game. Players have been like, hey, OKC is the best place on earth. And I think like Pacers fans are like, what are we, we're chopped liver?
Yeah, what?
What are we, we're chopped liver over here? Do you think we're not like a college team? You don't think we're like a small market team that absolutely loves our team? You don't think we're a group of fans that are incredibly pumped for the first time in 25 years we're hosting a finals game? And I'll tell you what, it did get a little deafening in there.
It was?
I felt pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little reaction.
I was pumped.
Shout out to Grady, too. Grady, former PA announcer. Mike Grady, former PA announcer for the Indiana Pacers. He went over did the Nets job. I forget where he's at now. He's an Indiana guy. Black dude, handsome. Great voice. Great voice. A friend of mine back in the day, he's the one that created the Indy, and everybody say, and happy everybody rolled with that. But that is kind of a daunting chant.
Yeah.
We need to keep that thing around. I think we need to keep that moving, even though Grady moved on. And this Tyrese Halliburton led Indiana Pacers team, they're locked in. They understand what happened last year against the Celtics. Everything they chat about is like, we got 3 more wins, 2 more wins, 4 more wins. Last year it was like, hey, we're 6 wins away from an NBA title. They seem to be locked in. Coach Carlisle's locked in. This series has been electrifying. The Oklahoma City Thunder are favored by 6.5 tomorrow night in Indiana.
Okay.
They have not lost back-to-back since 2024. So we're obviously 6 months into 2025. That has been a long time for them to lose back-to-back games. But we shall see how the Pacers respond, how Pascal, Tyrese, Miles Turner, Neesmith, such a good shooter.
Oh, yeah.
He's changed his name to Three Smith.
That'd be
Not a
sick.
bad idea.
I mean, no questions asked. Because there was a couple where he's off balance and he's just like shoving it and it's like falling. It's like this guy is the truth. He might be one of the best shooters in the league.
Yeah.
Never gets talked about.
It's unbelievable.
This entire team never gets talked about. Anything they do never gets talked about. Now the world is kind of being forced to recognize a little bit that the Pacers are a ball club. So is Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and Rick Carlisle. Like, I think that was a big takeaway from watching the game. They changed how they regard an SGA. Like, everyone's seeing SGA 9-20, only had 24 points, only had 6, free throws, but Carlisle was starting to double them when they did that kind of ISO situation, and then it kind of led to a bunch of rush shots. So you talk about, Udonis Haslem saying yesterday, hey, we got to the finals, then Rick Carlisle just throws out this zone. It's like, well, this is kind of happening with SGA now. Now all of a sudden he's getting doubles when he's going to those corner ISO spots where usually he does just get to the hoop, get free throws, and it's unbelievable from him.
UD said you need to look for the pick and roll with the big man at the elbow. Tyrese and Miles Turner ran the same pick and roll at the elbow 10 times straight
several times.
in the second half, I think. And it was like, hey, we need UD on the program more.
Yeah, guy knows ball.
Shout out to Q Rich coming by. Darius Miles coming through. Shams Charania broke some news, pissing people off. I don't know if you guys saw. Giannis said,
He certainly pissed Giannis off.
I miss Woj.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Giannis. We do not. Okay, and this has happened before with Jimmy Butler news in Miami. Shams gets tried because he's a young buck. He looks younger than everybody else, and he's new to this game in some people's eyes. It's like, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think that's Shams' big thing. We'll see. A lot of these insiders know stuff before everybody else. That's kind of their job. And there's been plenty of times where insiders say something, and even the direct people that are part of it, like, no. And then the insider just sits there like, okay. I think it was Rappaport one time had a guy injured. Said this guy's going to miss the first 2 weeks of the season or something like that.
Is it J.K. Dobbins?
Yeah, and J.K. Cap, that ain't real. And Rapp was like, okay, we will see. I assume Rapp was talking directly to the doctor or to the trainer. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, it was like the first 4 weeks or something like that. And Rapp's just like, it gets hot in the kitchen every once in a while. Happened to Shams with the Miami Heat, with Jimmy Butler. I think Riley came out and even said something against him. Coach came out and said something against him. I think Jimmy Butler even came out and said something against him. And Shams just sat in there saying, we'll see. Everybody on TV started attacking Shams. This guy doesn't know shit. And then lo and behold, Jimmy Butler's traded to Golden State Warriors, and everything he said was right from the beginning. We'll see on this particular case if he is still swinging a hot bat. But shout out to Shams coming through. Everybody that came, Terry Crews, I think, was here in Indianapolis last night.
Yep.
A lot of people came through the city. We're very thankful you came. And to those Oklahoma City fans that traveled out here, hey, thought you had a good performance.
Yeah, good on you.